What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got really big One Piece news. Pretty much about the biggest One Piece news you could have. We are introducing a new colour, and we knew a new colour was coming. But now we've seen the first black card in the history of the One Piece TCG. We've got ourselves a leader. We've got ourselves Sakazuki. Now, this is coming from the Navy start deck, which we've not actually seen very much of. Now, this has been revealed. As a sign that this is starter deck 6, we've just had starter deck 5 released over in Japan. That was the movie start deck. This is starter deck 6, which will be out before OP2, the second set. So, we've not had any word on when starter deck 5 or 6 are coming out in the English-speaking world, but at some point it will. So, yay. But this is starter deck 6, like I say, comes after, shockingly enough, starter deck 5. When we've got news as to how this is being distributed, I will, of course, let you know. That's the kind of thing I do. But the point is, for the moment, this is all we actually know of this particular thing. This is the only thing we've been shown. Well, no, that's not strictly true. This is the only card we've seen. There was actually a reveal that we saw of this starter deck a little while ago when they did that big One Piece stream. So we have a little bit of introductory information. For instance, we were shown that the release date is going to be the 30th of September, which, as a side note, is a ridiculously busy day in, well, just card games generally. That is the date of the Super pre-release in English, and it is also the date that BT11 is coming out in Digimon, plus this. So, and that's, just in these two Bandai games. There are plenty of other things. September the 30th is the day after my birthday, and it is frankly ridiculously busy. But the point is, we had a little bit of introductory information, and we were shown this image, which turned out to be the artwork of the particular leader card. And this is all we were shown for the time being. This was it. This was literally all the information we've been given. It's the only card we've been shown. Officially, at least, this is all we know. But we do have a leader, and it's a rather interesting leader. So what we've got is Sakazuki, a 5,000 power 5 health leader. It is to be expected we have a mono leader. Now, in terms of it being a new colour, we'll talk about this more at the end, but do remember the colour wheel in the bottom left-hand corner of the cards has always had 6 colours on it. So although Romance Dawn only featured 4 colours, we've always known there were going to be 6. This is not the last colour that's going to be introduced, because the colour wheel clearly has 6 colours on. There are definitely going to be 6 colours. But for now, we've got black. What does this do? Well, the translation comes from partly me and partly Rust Marrow over on Twitter. And what you do is activate main once per turn, pay free, that is to say rest free Dawn in order to activate it, discard a card from your hand, and KO up to 1 enemy character that is a 0-cost enemy character. And the thing is, it's quite a lot to ask, resting free Dawn and discarding a card from your hand, but within a couple of turns you're going to have the Dawn to pay it. Discarding a card from your hand isn't ideal, but it's not the end of the world. And then we're getting rid of 0-cost characters basically as we like. So then we need to ask the question of, well, alright then, what have we got in terms of 0-cost characters? And the answer is, I'm not sure that we do. We've seen 0 power characters. That is absolutely something that we have seen. We've seen a bunch of 0 power characters. Take Otama from OP1, that on play gives one of your opponent's characters minus 2,000 power, as a nice little example. Or we could go and have a look at Buena Fiesta from starter deck 5, that lets you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal a film type card other than Buena Fiesta, add it to your hand, and place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. I should mention any translated proxies I'm using here do come from the lovely folks at onepiece-cardgame.dev. But I'm not sure, and again, as always, please do correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong about this, but I don't believe we've actually seen any 0-cost characters. And that's one of the really interesting things about this particular reveal. It tells us that there are going to be 0-cost characters, because otherwise this wouldn't make any sense. For anyone that's wondering, it is definitely zero-cost characters. You've got Aite there, which is partner or opponent. No is of. This says costo 0, as in cost 0. Again, of character. So it is definitely talking about zero-cost opponents' characters. I know that translation is correct, but I'm not 100% sure what it's really getting at, because if we look at all the characters from Romance Dawn, from the first, 5 starter decks, in fact, because we've pretty much seen what we can from the film starter deck, we don't have any zero-cost characters. So it's really hard for me at this stage to sit here and say how good this is going to be, because really how good this is going to be is very much dependent on how good zero-cost characters are. I'm over at onepiece-cardgame.dev, which is a great place to look up One Piece card game stuff, and I'm looking at every single character. We don't have any zero-cost characters. However, could there be token characters in the future? Tokens would work, and I don't think I'm the first person to suggest this, but certainly tokens could be a thing. That could work. But as it stands at the moment, we've got a leader that has a skill that lets you pay free, discard a card from your hand, and KO up to one zero-cost enemy character. And as it stands at the moment, we don't have any zero-cost enemy characters. So, yeah. That one's going to be interesting moving forward. I mean, the two big takeaways here are, first of all, we've got a black character, a black color character, or leader. It's actually a leader, not a character. But black is here, is my point. Black is making its debut in the game. And I don't think it's a particularly big swing to say that this starter deck is going to introduce a bunch of more black characters. And then, of course, OP2 is also going to have black in it. I think that seems, again, like I would say a sensible prediction, but almost a given at this stage. Once a colour's introduced, you should expect to see it all the way through. Also, not for nothing, but this character here, or this leader, is clearly on the advert we were shown for OP2 Crest Battle. So, yeah, it is pretty gosh darn clear that black as a colour is going to be around in OP2. That's just a thing at this stage. But this has actually been the starter deck listed over on the official website. And now let's be clear, right? There isn't a huge amount of information here. I'm sorry about that. But we do have some information, which is, of course, better than nothing. It does confirm the start date of the 30th of September. In terms of an image, all we've actually got here is a very standard, just mock-up of a blank starter deck. But we are told that the new colour black is available for the first time. Many popular characters from Navy are recorded. And it's called Starter Deck the Navy. It comes out on September the 30th. And we've got a 51-card deck. 50-card deck with one leader. It does come with 10 Don cards. I imagine that all the starter decks will. And you get a leader card, 14 common, and 2 super rare. If it's anything like the first lot of starter decks, and it's almost certainly going to be, then what that means is that there will be 2 super rare cards, each of which will be all hollow like a super rare should be, and you will get 2 copies of each of them in the starter deck. That's how it worked with the first bunch of starter decks, and it's kind of a given that it will here as well. So what about that 6th colour? Well, it's almost certainly going to be yellow, and it's probably not going to take very long to get here. Now, what is interesting is what they did with Digimon, because in Digimon, they did not muck about. In the very first set, so they did the 3 starter decks with just 3 colours. And then in the very first set, they went and introduced green in BT1. No mucking about, straight into green. And then when BT2 came along, the second set, I said out loud on videos, it's way too early to introduce 2 new colours in BT2. Somebody must have got their wires crossed. No, ladies and gentlemen, no they didn't, because in BT2, the second set, they went and introduced both black and purple, and by the time we were 2 sets in, we had all 6 of the colours. I thought that was way too fast. Evidently, it was not way too fast. So we started off with the first 4 starter decks being the first 4 colours. We then had Romance Dawn, which was just those 4 colours. We're introducing black into starter deck 6, And then it looks like it's going to be an OP2 as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we then just saw the final colour, which I'm going to assume is going to be yellow if we're following Digimon. I wouldn't be surprised if that came in OP2. There are 6 characters shown on the advert for OP2, which might be suggesting that there are 6 colours being represented. Either way, I can't imagine they're going to leave it years. I would think this is coming sooner rather than later. But now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think. I want to know your predictions for Black. I want to know your prediction for what the 6th colour is going to be and when we're going to get it. I want to know your thoughts about this leader and zero-cost characters and basically anything else. So let me know in the comment section, would ya? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk One Piece and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.